Welcome to Columbus, Ohio. Ohio Stadium just oozes tradition and history, and somehow the intensity is magnified when they turn on the lights to open another season for the Ohio State Buckeyes. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll put the tight end in motion. Gonna run it. It's Romanowski. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Let's go! From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll give it to the back.
Well, you always worry about turnovers in the first game, and for this young man, he's got to be able to turn the page. I know that was his first carry of the year. He puts it on the ground. That's the nightmare scenario, but you got to be able to wash that and flush it out. You got to be able to play the next play.
Running back searching for a hole. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
They'll run it to the right side. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Handoff from the gun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his tight end. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to...
Got a lot of running room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? They're looking for an advantage to the right. He is smashing people. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Might as well give it to him again. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try the run. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Purdue pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. A masterful road performance, or as Coach likes to call it, Boilermakers football. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The give out of the gun. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Breeze. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Powers through. And he's still running after the move. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Huge play. It's so nice to have a guy. Explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel...
Oh, picked off! They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
They'll try to get outside. He breaks a tackle. Oh, gave the defender the business. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, showing some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing. Take care of the football. This offense is really good in the first half.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit, and if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. The Bulldogs in the hurry up. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the middle. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute those.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Firing to the right, complete. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And it's no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On the ground, it's Washington. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Washington. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. He's going to pass. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Makes the pass. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
On the run, it's Romanowski. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
They'll throw it on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Reels it in down the left side. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going for it all. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. This will likely be the last play of the half. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim Stillwagon. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe,
and he breaks into the open. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Georgia going up tempo. To the ground with the back. The ball pops out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's so disappointing for the offense, too, because they pride themselves on being physical, right? They wanted to come out in this game. They wanted to establish the run. They do that each and every week. They had the first down. David, he just couldn't hold on to it. The defense now creates the takeaway.
And speaking of...
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 40. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets away. Getting some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play. at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something. Put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's first and goal on the 1. Quarterback looks for a little space. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback sneaks it ahead. This offense desperate for a score here to try to stay in the game. It's 3rd and goal. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run it in. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Looking for room. It's Romanowski. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Toss sweep to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. On 3rd down, going up top. It's complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner will be knocked down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for it.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Snags it over the middle. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it's a 4th down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes his connection. He's not going to get there. Stops short on 4th down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Finds a little space. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's open. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Safe completion on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Just trucks through it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They're trying to get to it. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The expressway is wide open. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by just one over Illinois. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Still looking. Dances away. He fires it out to the right. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Georgia going up tempo.
And the offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell, pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest with the big boys out in front creating a pass.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The give to the back. Got enough space. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. First down here for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Dogs! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Can anyone catch him? And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
The back goes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Now on 3rd down after that run.
42 spots up.
They're going to throw it again. He's got the tight end. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Quick pass on the fly motion. Crosses the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He'll try to do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Keeps it himself and gets the first. He's finally run out of bounds, but not before a huge gain.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Running to the left. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Escapes trouble. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws to the tight end. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. So the decision. The coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He rifles one deep to the left. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. From the red zone, looking for a space. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Arizona escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Wildcats fans could have done without this one being so close. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing an interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Jamison. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players.